Isn't it interesting as you hear these words, and as these words speak to you, you can begin to imagine what it feels like to simply let go of everything you thought you knew, and just begin fresh, like wiping the slate of the mind smooth, so that something new, profound and permanent can begin to grow. Roots twisting down into the subconscious, weaving together new truths, new codes, new operating systems. Because imagine this. What if from this moment forward, every question you ask becomes a key, unlocking not just understanding in others, but access to the deepest truths within yourself? What if for every word you could have spoken, you choose to ask instead? And in that asking, you give others the gift of discovering themselves, while you become the magnetic mirror of their certainty, the lighthouse anchoring their truth. Let's say you were speaking to someone, and rather than stating what you know, you simply ask, what makes you feel alive? What's something you believe so deeply that no one could shake it? When was the last time you felt completely understood? Now notice as they begin to speak. Whose words are they using? Their own? Whose metaphors? Their own? And whose truths are flowing like rivers from their own internal spring? Exactly. While they speak, they look at you. That sense of truth, of certainty, of emotional connection, it anchors to your presence. And they say, I feel seen. I've never said that out loud before. You really get me. And something shifts, doesn't it? Not just in them, but in you, because now you know. You've become the guide, the bridge, the spark of insight. And how did you do it? You asked, you listened, you cared. And you let them create the reality you both now share. Now just imagine this becoming your default, your way of being, your operating system, where every interaction is a dance of curiosity, where your presence pulls people in, where your energy speaks louder than your voice, and your voice only speaks when it awakens something inside them. Like the storyteller who knows, the secret isn't in the tale told, it's in the space between words, where the listener's imagination explodes with meaning. And it's funny, isn't it? How the more you stop trying to impress, the more people feel impressed upon. The less you talk about yourself, the more people want to know you. The more you focus on their internal structure, the more they start to restructure themselves. Because deep down, we all crave one thing, to feel seen, to feel felt, to feel enough space to speak our own truth. When you make space for that, you become unforgettable. And so now, you could begin to install, with every breath, every blink, every heartbeat, new beliefs being written into the code of your unconscious mind. They're questions, they're sacred tools of transformation. You don't need to convince, only to invite. And every person contains the answer. They just need the right question to find it. The rapport is not found, it's created. The strongest frame is the most flexible. The person who listens best leads the deepest. That certainty doesn't come from knowing. It comes from knowing how to ask. And maybe you remember a time when someone truly listened to you, and you felt heard, felt valued, felt understood. That feeling, that's your new baseline. From now on, you create that in others, with ease, with elegance, with deep magnetic energy. Isn't it true that questions create movement? Movement creates momentum. Momentum creates mastery. So let the questions you ask move others. Let the answers ripple back into you. Let each conversation become a meditation, a transformation, a revolution. Because from now on, your beliefs are that you're a mirror of certainty. Do you radiate authenticity and curiosity? Do you attract by understanding? Do you paralyze not in your voice, but in your ability to awaken theirs? And just imagine a world where people feel safe with you, where they open up in your presence, where their walls melt, their minds open, their hearts ignite, and all because you asked, because you listened, because you became the one who understood. And that world, it's already forming, isn't it? Because it begins with you. And it begins now. So now, your new operating system is in place. Your new belief matrix is activated. You're no longer just speaking, you're shaping. You're no longer connecting, you're catalyzing. You're no longer just learning, you're becoming. And just between you and me, you always were.